When you feel trapped in a cycle of procrastination and low motivation, violently shifting between tasks, it is easy to assume you are simply lazy. But laziness is rarely the root cause. This erratic attention is actually a mechanical failure of your daily system. Most students unknowingly operate in reaction mode. Without an intentional structure, your focus is entirely dictated by external stimuli and random distractions. This reactive timeline usually begins the moment you wake up. Reaching for your phone to check notifications or scroll social media in bed fractures your attention before your day begins, destroying early mental clarity. By the afternoon, the reaction continues. You try to study while constantly switching between assignments, messages, and videos. This constant context switching creates heavy mental fatigue while producing very little actual progress. The cycle concludes at night with revenge scrolling, an attempt to reclaim free time that only results in sleep deprivation and stress. You end the day without a plan, ensuring the cycle repeats tomorrow. This reactive cycle drains your willpower hour by hour. Ending the resulting burnout requires dismantling that chronological timeline and replacing it with a reset system. Transitioning to an intentional day starts with a single rule. The first 30 minutes after you wake up dictate your trajectory. By replacing digital notifications with hydration, movement, and sunlight, you manufacture a sense of mental calm. You are preparing your mind for work before the digital world can demand your attention. Before engaging with any devices, write down your top 3 priorities for the day on paper. This ensures your actions are driven by your own goals rather than external requests. Once you move into your study hours, you need a structural defense against multitasking. This is where you implement the focus block. Commit to an unbroken 45-minute sprint of deep work, followed by a 10-minute rest. To maintain this block, remove environmental hazards. This means your phone is physically removed and unrelated browser tabs are closed. Consolidating your effort into these protected bursts produces a higher academic output than hours of distracted studying. Deep focus for short periods is the most efficient way to learn. Focus is not just a mental skill, it is a product of your biological engine. We have to treat your physical state as an energy economy. Cognitive focus is a finite resource, directly constrained by physical exhaustion. If your body is tired, your brain will struggle to maintain concentration, regardless of your schedule. Consistent sleep, hydration, and nutrition function as strategic academic tools. These habits provide the biological fuel required to sustain your attention span during deep work. Maintaining this energy requires an evening wind-down protocol. This serves as the ultimate defense mechanism for the following day's productivity. The physical shutdown requires a hard stop on all screen use 30 minutes before sleep. During this time, you also reset your study space to a clean baseline so you can start fresh tomorrow. The mental shutdown involves offloading cognitive stress. By writing down tomorrow's task list before you get into bed, you allow your brain to stop planning and start resting. Executing this evening protocol ensures you begin the next morning with a predetermined plan, replacing a stressful reactive scramble with controlled execution. Do not attempt to overhaul your entire life overnight. Sustainable improvement relies on small, consistent repetitions rather than dramatic, short-lived bursts of effort. Adopt just one micro-habit to start. Fix your morning routine, execute one focus block, or maintain a strict bedtime for 1 week. This creates momentum. Successfully securing one small daily victory generates the psychological fuel needed to adopt the next habit in the sequence. The transition will initially feel forced. However, as the actions are repeated, the friction decreases and the routine begins to feel automatic. Mastering the flow of a single day eventually transitions from a conscious effort into an automatic default. Over time, the routine stops feeling like a set of rules you have to follow. It simply